I am a member of the NoDQ.com Facebook page, and there's a lot of people on there that put up posts, and a lot of the posts you read on there, yeah, are beyond stupid. You read them just going, oh, I feel sorry for you. And yeah, you read them and going, they can't mean this shit, surely. One of the ones that comes up time and time again, at least once a week, sometimes more than that, is this, yeah? WWE needs to bring back the Cruiserweight Championship. And every time I read that, I just shake my head going, no, no, and no some more. And I've got to the point where I got bored of writing out the same response every time. I have on my computer here 3 bullet points, right? I'm going to try and expand on each of them. Wouldn't be one of my vids if there wasn't one, would there? See who it is. Oh, I can't see. I don't know. Oh, never mind. Anyway, Cruiserweight Championship. Should we bring the Cruiserweight Championship back? This video is a sort of a random rambling sort of one. I want this video to create discussion, so I would love to know what you think regarding this topic down below. Would you like to see the Cruiserweight Championship come back? What I would do right now, pause the video here, because I went here, pause the video and write out your comment, and then you can see whether you agree or disagree with my opinions. How's that sound, yeah? Would you like the Cruiserweight Championship? I believe the WWE should not ever bring back the Cruiserweight Championship. Now, I've got 3 reasons for this one, and I think they're all pretty damn good, to be honest. Okay, reason number 1. Currently, in my opinion, and I know I'm not alone in this one, the WWE has way too many championship belts. The WWE needs to drop 2 of its championship belts. In my opinion, if it was up to me, those 2 belts would be the World Heavyweight Championship, the one that's currently around Alberto Del Rio's waist, and I would also drop the United States Championship, the one that's currently held by Dean Ambrose. I genuinely believe that there was a time and a place a few years back when the brand extension was at its height, yeah, when there was 2 separate rosters, yeah. I genuinely believe that at that time, the United States Championship, the Intercontinental Championship made sense. You had a main championship, you had a secondary championship to push for. What have you got now? Well, you got no brand extension, so something like the draft, which comes up a lot on these boards. WWE should do another draft, and it's like, well, what the fuck would the point in that be? If superstars are allowed to work on both Raw and SmackDown these days, what would be the point in a draft lottery? What would it achieve? And in my opinion, it would achieve absolutely nothing at all. But back then, you know, I believe there was a time and a place, like I say, for those belts. Right now, though, there's no reason for those 2 championship belts to exist. I mean, I've said before on my 10 years ago reviews, have I not, that the moment the World Heavyweight Championship was created, what was then the Undisputed Championship just became so much more meaningless, in my opinion, because what's the point? If you're saying, I'm the champion, then you've got another guy saying, well, actually, I'm the champion. It's like, so which one of you is champion? Well, neither of you. In my eyes, the WWE champion is the main champion. That's how it will always be for me. Right now, John Cena is the champion, and Alberto Del Rio is just holding a belt, which is nice, you know? So that's reason 1. In my opinion, there are too many championship belts. So don't bring back the hardcore belt, because that'd be ridiculous, and that could be a whole nother vid on its own. Don't bring back the European Championship, ditto. And most importantly, don't bring back the Cruiserweight Championship. Now, reason number 2 is I like this one. This one, I'm really proud of this one. And that is simple as this, yeah? Back in the day, especially in WCW, you had the Lucha division, the Cruiserweights. And the Cruiserweights were a big attraction, were a big draw for WCW Nitro. Now, the big difference between the WWE Light Heavyweight Championship and what became the WWE Cruiserweight Championship, and the difference between those and the WCW Cruiserweight Championship, yeah, is that back in the day on Nitro, WCW Cruiserweight matches were completely different to anything else that you would see on the roster. Yeah, there was a reason to tune in. You would see moves and flips and all that sort of stuff that you wouldn't see anywhere else on the card, be it on Nitro or on pay-per-view. Yeah. Now, there wasn't any particular amount of selling on this one. There wasn't any storytelling. It was 9 times out of 10, it was just flip, 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 flip. But if you're tuning in to see flip, 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 everyone's a winner, aren't they? Now, the difference was between these matches and the WWE matches is that the WWE matches were not, let's see how many flips we can do in the match or anything like that. They were just a standard WWE match, yeah, speed it up a little bit. I was going to say fasted up. That doesn't make sense. Speed it up a little bit. They were a bit faster. But realistically, on paper, if you go back and watch, bear in mind, I'm doing 2003 at the moment. If you watch an episode of SmackDown from 2003 and you see a Cruiserweight match, yeah, and you see a standard match or a United States match, for example, because the United States is coming in Vengeance, isn't it? They reboot the title with Vengeance. There's very little difference other than the speed of them. Now, this is a belt, just don't forget, this is a belt that WWE completely forgot about. For long periods of time, did they not? When Dwayne Gill was the light heavyweight champion, didn't they forget about it for a year? Wouldn't they do something like that again? If this is one of those things I was saying, let's go back to point one, doesn't it? If they brought in another belt, wouldn't that be another belt to get lost in the shuffle? And don't forget, and this is another part about part one, and this is why I've only got bullet points so I can remember shit. I also consider both Money in the Bank briefcases championships as well. If you've got those to go for as well, not championships per se, but there's something to go for, there's something to aim for. It's very interesting that I've talked to quite a few people about this one. Do you consider this one something, because if you think about it, you've got 2 world championships, 2 secondary belts, a Divas belt, because everyone wants to go for the Divas belt, I know I do, and then you've got 2 Money in the Bank briefcases as well. All right, it's crazy. So yeah, in the WWE, the match style was exactly the same as what you were seeing in the main event or seeing in the mid card. It's just it was speeded up. Right, and why is that a reason to care? Why is that a reason to care? So what do you think of that one? My third point is an interesting one as well. I'm quite chuffed with this one for minimal research. I've gone, yeah, actually I didn't do any research for this one. I sat down and said, right, think to yourself 3 reasons why they shouldn't bring back the Cruiserweight title. And it took me all 3 minutes, a minute each. Like, yeah, done. Cruiserweights were always treated like shit in WWE, and that is a straight up fact, right? Let's think about an example of someone. Let's think about Sho Funaki. Let's use Sho Funaki as an example, right? Don't worry, we could use anyone. It's just a name picked out of the hat, right? Say, for argument's sake, Sho Funaki is the Cruiserweight champion, right? On SmackDown this week, it's Sho Funaki versus The Undertaker. The match lasts less than 3 minutes. Sho Funaki doesn't get any offense in, right? Next week, it's Sho Funaki versus, I don't know, Taka Michinoku for the Cruiserweight Championship. Give me one reason to get behind Sho Funaki as the champion, seeing as last week he got the shit kicked out of him by The Undertaker. Do you see what I mean? The other thing about this one is, how many times on SmackDown, when there was a Pacific Cruiserweights division, did you see someone like The Big Show, for example, take on 2 Cruiserweights in a handicap match to show how dominant The Big Show was? The 2 Cruiserweight guys wouldn't get any moves in at all. They were always treated like jobbers. All right? They were always. The Cruiserweight title meant nothing to WWE. It was just another belt. And then when they completely ran out of ideas for it, which they did, they put the belt on Hornswoggle, don't forget. God, that makes me smile every time. It was just a convenient excuse to retire it. I have seen some amazing Cruiserweight matches. When you see thingy, Canadian Stampede review is coming up in July, yeah? You'll like one of the matches I talk about on that. Backlash 2000, one of my favourite all-time pay-per-views, has Dean Malenko versus Scotty 2 Hotty on it. It's all good. And, try and think of 10 really great Cruiserweight title matches in the WWE, and I will struggle. Genuinely struggle. Because it's like, no. In my humble opinion, and you may completely disagree down here, and you are allowed to completely disagree. That's the thing. You are completely and utterly allowed. Yeah? I believe that the WWE should never, ever, ever bring back the Cruiserweight Championship unless, and this is a big unless they get rid of the United States Championship or the Intercontinental Championship, one of the two. Right, personally, I see, because you can say, "Oh, the US title's got loads of history." No, it was out of commission for a year and a half. It's not the same belt, in my opinion. The WWE United States Championship came into being at Vengeance 2003. Its lineage starts from there. It doesn't continue for me, anyway. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, but that's one point. Yeah. The other reason why, the way that I'd like to see it back is if they took it seriously and they promoted the Cruiserweights as equals to the main eventers. I think in 2002 they did this. You remember when Matt Hardy was going for the belt and Rey Mysterio? I think Rey Mysterio and Matt Hardy actually had a main event on SmackDown once. But yeah, in my opinion, don't bring it back. I would love to know what you think down below. Should the WWE bring back the Cruiserweight Championship? Let me know. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment. I've been Mark P, and I'll be back on Saturday with my Great American Bash 97 review. Take it easy, guys.